What's up guys, I'm Chris. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're going to be doing a review of the 2017 Duke 390. Woo! Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to the review of the 2017 Duke 390. Wanted to make a quick announcement. Don't worry, I'll keep this short and sweet. I have decided to start a Patreon. If you guys are interested in seeing more motorcycles and more reviews of motorcycles, not just small ones but big ones as well, I would love it, I would appreciate it if you supported the channel by becoming a Patreon member or donating to the channel. I buy and sell bikes all the time. I'm doing this full time now and I feel so blessed to have this opportunity. So I want to share that opportunity with you guys by making content for you and hopefully giving away a motorcycle. I want to take the bike to you for free, and I want to see the smile on your face when you get that motorcycle. In order for this to happen, we are going to need some major support. Please, if you're interested, I'll leave a link down below so you can become a Patreon or donate. I appreciate you guys so much and thank you for watching. Let's get on with the video. So yep, here we are. We are on a 2017 Duke 390 with only 1,504 miles on it. Can you believe that? I think I got a smoking hot deal on this bike. The guy who sold it to me was such a cool dude and he literally hooked it up on the bike because he was a nice guy. So Jordan, if you're watching this video right now, thank you, dude. This thing is a rocket and man, do I have a ton to say about it. I also said in a post earlier on YouTube that if you could guess the type of motorcycle that I bought, I would give you a shout out. So shout out to this person, and this person. You guys are great. Thank you for watching and I hope you guys are out there riding safe. We are on our way to go get gas right now, and on the way I will show you exactly how much of a hoot this bike is and we'll have a blast and I can talk to you guys about why this motorcycle is epic. It's epic. There's no other way to describe it. All right, let's get out of here. Now, I'm someone to enjoy any kind of motorcycle that I jump on, no matter if it's ugly, no matter if it's slow, no matter what size. But I gotta say, if the motorcycle you're riding looks like this one, you did a good job. You did a great job in the looks department as well as the performance department, because this thing rips. I've only had this bike for like an entire 24 hours. I've already put, I think, almost 100 miles on it because I bought it with 14 and I've enjoyed every single one of them. Those guys waved back. You guys are awesome. It is just such a blast. I think anybody could have fun on this bike. The motor is strong, the handling is strong, the brakes are strong. I can't think of a downside to this motorcycle besides the top speed. I've gone like 95 on this bike. Keep in mind I'm a 200-pound man and I know the data bod is coming in a little bit, but it's okay, we'll take care of that. And it'll do 95 with me on it. It'll be a little bit buzzy, which doesn't really bother me, but the engine does feel a little bit strained when you're going that fast down the highway. And then also the wind, I've never ever had a complaint with wind. I've ridden a CBR, I've ridden an R3, I've even ridden a Ducati, and no matter how fast I went, I've never had a problem with wind. But this thing, when you get on the highway and you get up to like 80-85 miles an hour, the front wheel kind of starts to tremble a little bit, and it's a little bit unsettling. It's nothing crazy. If you're a little bit experienced, you know to keep loose on your handlebars, you know, maybe slow down a bit. If the conditions aren't safe, slow down. It's really all you need to do. But I know there are some of you guys out there who crave going 100 miles an hour. I know you guys crave doing some crazy stuff like lane splitting and, you know, going to the track and stuff like that. Listen, I've only been riding for a year, but I can appreciate a good motorcycle when I see one. You can do wheelies on it all day. I learned a little bit how to do some wheelies on my R3. I never really got them fully down, but this bike, after maybe an hour or an hour and a half playing with it, it's really easy to get that front wheel up with just a little bit of clutch play. It is such a fun bike. I have gotten to lean angles after I got used to the bike that seemed pretty extreme to me. Like I said, I'm a beginner, I'm no expert, but I felt like a total hard ass. As you can tell, it's just beautiful. I've got these bar end mirrors on here. They look pretty good. My only complaint about them is that they're a little bit too small, which is fine. You know, I can always just put on the stock mirrors, which are still kind of ugly, but this bike is only temporary for me. I wish with the bottom of my heart that I could keep it, but I need to pass it on to the new owner so someone else can enjoy it and we can continue buying more bikes. I never thought that I would own this bike specifically, because when I first looked, this was the first bike that I wanted because of the performance, because of the way that it looked, and it was just out of my price range. I think back to when I bought the bike yesterday, when I rode it, when I took pictures of it. This is actually my bike. I could keep this bike if I wanted to, and it just blew my mind. I was in disbelief that I was riding something like this that a year ago was so out of the realm of possibilities for me. So I feel so blessed to have this bike, and I feel so blessed to be able to ride motorcycles full time. Thank you guys for watching. Let's put some gas in here and we'll take it on the highway. We'll ride around a bit and I can really demonstrate to you what this bike is all about. Check it out, boys. We've got ourselves a matching drink. I rode this bike, I want to say like 60 miles in the first day, and the first thing I did after I bought it was fill the tank up. I think it had about like half tank. The low fuel light was on, but it only took $2. I'm not sure what the fuel capacity of this tank is, or I'm not sure if I was just riding really far distances, but we're almost on empty, so we'll see exactly how much money it takes or how many gallons it fills up with, because it feels like it runs out really quick, or maybe it's just programmed to let you know really soon that it's low on fuel. Either way, I mean, look at that, 1.6 gallons. I don't know how many that is in liters, but you guys, I'm sure I can do a quick Google search to convert that. And it was only $5 of 91. So it may have a tiny fuel tank, but the fuel economy is great. I mean, I drove all around town with this thing yesterday and didn't have to fill up until the next day. With my R3, it would have been low on gas, but I wouldn't have had to fill up like I did with this. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. Just stop by at a gas station. It doesn't take that much time at all. If I were to keep this bike, I would most definitely get an aftermarket cage for it. I think KTM makes one and it matches the orange frame on here, and for a cage, and it's just so seamless with the design of the body. This thing makes me want to wheelie all freaking day, but I'm not gonna do that because I want to keep it nice and clean for the next owner. I would hate to try to wheelie the bike, fail miserably, and dump it and break something. That would be bad, but the temptation is there. I need to get myself one of these bikes. It's got plenty of power to like filter through traffic. It's got plenty of power to do passes on the highway. It's just if you're on a long country road and the speed limit is 75 and people like to go 80 to 90, you're gonna be ringing the heck out of this little motor. It's just a one-cylinder 390cc, I believe, engine, which at the end of the day, you know, is still somewhat of a small displacement motorcycle. Not to say that you can't have fun on a smaller displacement motorcycle, because in my opinion, those are some of the motorcycles you could be riding, some of the funnest motorcycles you could be riding. Whoa, hold on, what is this? I've never seen this. See what I mean? It's just like, wah! It rips through the neighborhoods. It's got so much torque that if you turn supermoto mode on, and you were going in like first or second gear, and you shifted down, rev that throttle up and pop the clutch, you do a, you know, a little like running little burnout. I've never done that with a motorcycle, but this thing makes me want to do it. It just tempts you. It tempts you. It's like, hey, you know, you can also do this. And if you're brave enough to try, you can probably do it. Uh-oh. We're speeding, boys. It kind of does sound like a dirt bike, though. That being said, it doesn't sound bad. Look at the speedo. So we're in second gear. We're at like 6,000 RPMs. And then just gun it. It picks up and picks up till right about there. Woo! Alright, no more wheelies today besides just one. It's like the perfect spot for it. One little tiny one. I did some earlier that kind of scared me a little bit. I think for once I finally hit balance point and it scared the heck out of me. But let's try it. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. I can't do it today, guys. I'm sorry. I'll include whatever footage I had earlier today. I just can't have anything happen to the bike. It's too clean. And the brakes, oh my gosh, the brakes are amazing. It literally makes me want to learn stoppies. It makes you want to just hone anything, anywhere. Brakes. Wow, that front brake grabs so hard. I never had an issue with the way that the Yamaha R3 brakes were, but now I understand why people say they feel squishy, because they are nothing compared to the brakes on this thing. I'm sure you've heard before that this has the best handling and the best performance out of all the little small displacement bikes. I would agree with that. Brakes. It just dives so far forward, it's crazy. And it's smooth and it's controllable. I gotta admit, the first time that I jumped on this thing was on the test ride. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit nervous because I knew it was a little bit of a taller bike. And I knew that it had a lot more grunt. So like, check this out. See a dirty road? Nope. Just ride as fast as you can and then hit the brakes at the very last second. You know those stories that those other YouTubers have told? I don't remember exactly who it is. How you think you're fast until you go to the track and some 13-year-old passes you on a Duke 390. That is what I think of this bike. That is this bike's reputation in my head. And I've got to say, I'm not disappointed a single bit. This thing is freaking awesome. You know what would be perfect for me? A Super Duke. That has got to be like one of my dream motorcycles. I haven't even ridden the Duke 390 up until now, but the Super Duke I've always kind of lusted for. It just looks so good and unique, and it's fast. What the heck is up with all these roads? I have no clue where I am. And I stalled the bike because I was in second gear. Whoops. What's going on here? You know what? I'm just gonna send it. Screw it. If we have to go through the dirt road, we gotta do it. America. We'll go slow though, because I don't want to get the bike all dirty, really. I'm just cruising in second gear. I literally feel like I'm on a dirt bike right now. This is kind of cool. I want to hoon it on this road. I'll tell you what, tomorrow is Sunday. If it does not sell Sunday, we will go hoon this thing anywhere the adventure takes us. We won't complain, we won't throw a fit, we'll just send it. It's a small displacement bike, but it'll get you in trouble if you get carried away for sure. Super smooth bike. What can I say, man? Hello. It's a blast. Not disappointed, KTM. Bravo to you, Jesus. This makes me so stoked to ride an FZ07 for the first time. Whenever that day comes, I'll be ready. I've come to realize neighbors probably hate me because they're always out walking their dog, and now I'm always being dumb and trying to do wheelies in the street. It's fine. I mean, no one's gotten hurt, right? Oh, that's cool. It just changed to like a dark UI because it sensed that it was dark outside. Alright guys, so this is going to conclude the review of the KTM Duke 390. I have had a blast on this thing. The screen is so cool. It'll like change when it senses that it's dark, and it'll give you all your notifications up here. Right now it said that if you tried to start the bike right now, it can't because it's got an alert that says the kill switch is on. So if we turn that kill switch off, it'll tell you that the kickstand is on. Just so you know, it won't let you start it in gear without the kickstand down. But if you wanted to, you could always just clear it with the button over here. You've got like a back button, an up and down button, and then a set button, which is kind of like this, the select or click, your horn right here, your turning signals left and right. What's weird is that it kind of shows like an emergency signal. See how that one isn't on, but this one is because I just turned the left one on. So that confused me a bit. I was like, how do you turn the emergency signals off of this thing? But it was just the regular hand signals. And so overall, I mean, bike looks fantastic. I don't think anybody can argue with that. Well, maybe it's just a matter of taste because that headlight, you know. And actually the high beams are on, I believe. Yep, and you've also got like a little trigger right here so you can flash the pass. I like to ride around with the high beam, but you it looks so cool. Can't deny that. You can't, I don't care who you are. It also gets so much attention. It's crazy. It's just loud with the orange, which actually is not a bad color, especially paired with the white and the LEDs and the black. It's just, it looks all thought out and tasteful. And then the seat is kind of like texturized like this. It just gives it a quality feel, as well as this. And then this comes with the bike. It's a tank guard right with the bike, and it's like the best looking one. Tail light looks freaking sweet. That painted spring makes it look just so good, man. So good. Probably one of my favorite part about the bike, besides the performance, obviously. But let's end the video right now. Please consider becoming a Patreon so we can buy some more bikes, maybe fix up my brother's CBR. He bought some new fairings, so I'd be glad to show you guys what this bike looks with the brand new fairings on. It's also got a new rear tire, so soon we'll be able to do little duo moto vlogs, and I could have Brandon try out the different bikes that I pick up and kind of get like a second opinion on them. He loves this bike. He thinks this thing is sweet, and he started on that CBR 600 RR right there and learned in a parking lot on my R3. So I'm telling you, it's a fantastic beginner bike and a fun bike all around, no matter what kind of a rider you are. Alright guys, I'm gonna head out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.